Good evening. I'm Peter Mansbridge in Vancouver, and this is The National. It never gets old. Canada, Russia, Crosby, Ovechkin. Never mind the gold for now. This is the game that means everything. Death at SEAWORLD. A whale attack at a popular Florida park leaves a trainer dead. And not enough?
For all of that, we apologize.
Decades later, Halifax says sorry for evicting hundreds from Africville, but wounds run deep.
I have nothing to clap about.
Well, it is hockey's ultimate matchup, a war fought with some of the greatest weapons in the game. Canada, Russia, and oh my, it's good to be Canadian right now. The score at the end of 2 periods, would you believe, Canada 7, Russia 3. The CBC's Chris Brown is on this story tonight. Chris.
Well, Peter, the crowd at this giant tent they set up on Georgia Street in Vancouver are pretty pumped. No wonder they're watching an incredible chapter of this Canada-Russia rivalry play out. It's not, as you say, even for a medal. This is just the quarterfinals. It's a fight for survival. It's not the gold medal match. It just felt like it today.
Good luck, guys. Wasted all your money for tonight.
Russia-Canada. Russia win. And Russia gold medal.
Two hockey-crazy countries with a strange symmetry. Canada is the Olympic host today. Russia will be 4 years from now. Both have had plenty of angst over winning medals at these games, and for both, a gold in men's ice hockey is the tonic to make it all better.
In Russia, we say that if we win the hockey gold medal and if we lose everything else, so anyway it will be successful Olympiad.
And then there's the subplot, Sidney Crosby versus Alex Ovechkin. Two incredibly talented young players jousting for the world to see.
They both want this stage to show that they are the dominant player.
Over to first off in front of backhand.
For Canada, playing Russia in the Olympics has produced one of the longest losing streaks, well, ever. It's been over 50 years since Canada has beaten a Russian or Soviet team at the Games. Canada's had more success at other tournaments, and encounters such as the 1972 Summit Series have seared themselves into the collective memories of both countries. Over at Sochi House, home to the Russian delegation, this game was such a hot ticket, even the VIPs, movie stars and politicians, had to play games of hockey to see who got a ticket to see it in person.
All the people nervous, all the team, all the 2 teams nervous, all the players. And I'd like to see a battle between Ovechkin and Crosby.
Well, chances are, Peter, I think it's safe to say the Russians are probably the ones with the most nerves right now. After every goal that Canada's had, all 7 of them, the cheers from the crowd have just been getting larger and larger. Peter.
All right, Chris, thanks very much. Chris Brown in Vancouver. Well, there's one voice that's been missing in this nationwide hockey discussion, and that, of course, is Don Cherry. Well, tomorrow night he'll be here on the National with his take on tonight's game and what's ahead. Of course, the hockey game wasn't the only event today. This was another big day for the Canadian women, especially for a legendary speed skater. Tom Harrington is in Whistler tonight with that story. Tom.
Peter, the day could end here with a gold for a pair of bobsledders, but it began with the final race of one of Canada's greatest Olympians.
It is Clara Hughes of Canada gold!
4 years ago, her exhausting victory in the 5,000 meters inspired Canadians. But it was Clara Hughes' generosity of spirit that captured their heart. She donated $10,000 and a lot of her time to the child development group Right to Play. Today, Canada's flag bearer at these, her last Olympics, left one more memory. A bronze, again in the 5,000, her 6th career medal over both summer and winter games.
I don't know that I expected Clara to win a medal here, simply because she hadn't been doing that well on the World Cup circuit leading to these games. But I have learned with Clara Hughes, never, ever think that Clara can't do it.
Hughes and other women have become the Olympic standard bearers for Canada. Most of the Canadian medal winners here are women. Newly minted gold medalist Ashley McIver already looks forward to the next generation.
I keep hearing more and more that, you know, from girls doing school projects on me and stuff, that I've inspired them to get out and get involved in sport and lead healthy, active lifestyles, and that's kind of what it's all about.
No man is an island, it's said, but to these people, one woman is their island. Heather Moyse, the only Olympian from Canada's smallest province.
We're really, really proud of her, and when she's here, she goes everywhere. She talks to everybody. She's a really big role model to a lot of people.
Students at our old high school turned out this morning for pancakes and predictions, hoping this would be a breakfast for bobsleigh champions. Support felt thousands of kilometers away.
People are cheering on the island, and the island has been tremendous support. And the coverage, and just walking downtown in our hometown in Summerside, with shop windows all have her name, and Go Heather Go, and the clubs are supporting her, and there have been gatherings.
And Heather Moyse and Kaylee Humphreys are about to start their final run, and they are in the gold medal position right now. Helen Upperton and Shelly-Ann Brown of Canada, the second sled for Canada, in the bronze medal position with one run to go. Could be a big night here in Whistler, Peter.
All right, Tom, thanks very much. Tom Harrington at Whistler. Well, American figure skater Johnny Weir responded tonight to some controversial remarks from two Quebec sportscasters. They said Weir hurts figure skating's image and that he should take a gender test. Weir is known for his flamboyant style. He says when he heard the comments, he felt defiant.
I felt that it wasn't these two men criticizing my skating, it wasn't them criticizing my anything, it was them criticizing me as a person. I hope more kids can grow up the same way that I did, and more kids can feel the freedom that I feel to be themselves and to express themselves, and that's the most important thing.
A gay rights group described the broadcaster's comments as outrageous and homophobic, and it's launched a formal complaint.